Audible ba yung ano ko? Ah,
Yes po, sir. Very clear naman po.
okay. Clear naman on your end. Okay. Ayun. Sabi ko nga, the reason for having this discussion is for me to somehow give the major plate already because magmi-midterms na. So, dapat ma-discuss na natin yung major plate. Yung nasa module nyo, I do acknowledge that it is a different major plate design problem. Iba yon. Kasi that was done last year. I also acknowledge your current condition about your existing major plate in design, which apparently I don't want to add burden. But definitely, hindi rin pwedeng i-disregard yung idea that BT, Building Tech, is also a major subject. So the least thing I can do is to somehow get the design problem from your design and then kunin natin yon to provide and to get a major plate for BT. So I have talked with Ma'am Casey about your existing design plate, and according to her, that wasn't her preparation. It was from Janine's. So what we can do is get that design problem para makuha natin yung gagawin nating major plate. Okay, I'll be presenting first the design problem and then explain kung ano yung magiging scope ng inyong BT, Building Tech Major Plate. Before I present, do you have an existing case ba on your design plate? May mga na-encounter ng questions? Wala pa naman. Problems? Wala pa naman.
Meron, sir.
Okay.
Parang
What about it?
hierarchy po, sir, ng parang chain of command sa cooperative, sir. Ano yun, sir? Yung may president, di ba sabi, sir, last time may parang may chief or president yung cooperative.
Yes.
May separate na office yun, sir.
Yeah, because pag may president, pag may board of directors, definitely may mga meetings yan. I don't know how frequent, pero in the case of university, it's like a monthly board meeting. Sa case ng mga doctors, I don't know how frequent kasi may mga surge baga of health issues, especially now na pandemic. I don't know the approach of the management. So definitely meron yung office. Okay? Can you see the screen clearly?
Yes, po.
Okay. Ayan. For everyone, the discussion would be, by the way, before I start, Kyle Gapoy,
Yes, sir.
what's your design, yung status ng design mo, Kyle?
Ay, wala ko, sir.
Wala kang design.
Wala,
Pero
sir.
anong, supposedly dapat design ano ka na?
Ano po? 4.
Design 4. Okay. Okay. So is it okay for you to have this one? I think what you need to do is comply with design 5. Yes, ano yun, Leonard? Can you turn on your microphone? Hi, Leonard. What's your concern?
Yes po. This semester po, sir, I am not taking any design subject po.
What's your status for design? Anong standing mo for design?
Design 4 din po.
Design 4. Okay. Okay. Sige. Sa mga walang design 5 ngayon, you will be doing two-story but that is residential. Okay lang ba 'yon? Kasi ang status natin is more of doing two-story residential dapat. But it's the same principle naman. Ang ginawa ko is inadjust ko kasi yung major plate natin para ma-expedite yung preparation ng mga nasa design 5 ngayon. Okay? On your end, Leonard and Kyle, what you are going to do is the two-story residential.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Kevin, I noted your attendance na. Juvie Violeta, may I know the standing of your design ngayon? Anong design status mo?
Design 5 po, sir.
Design 5. Okay. So kilala mo na din naman yung mga classmates mong ito. Do you know Juvie already? Okay.
Yes po.
Okay. That is good to know. Yun yung main concern ko. All right. Thank you. So, going now with our discussion for major plate. Yan. We will be disregarding, for those who are taking Design 5, we will be disregarding the one that is on your module na naka-upload sa BB. What you are going to do is this one, the two-story diagnostic clinic, which was your Design 5. I don't need to elaborate the statement of the problem. It's there already. Earlier today, I asked Aliona to send the design problem. Thank you so much, Aliona. I don't need to elaborate the statement of the problem, the project site features, kasi it's there. And also the space requirements. Ang gagawin nyo lang is, for our case sa major plate number 1 in building tech, our objective is hindi siya two-story residence. Palitan natin to. Bear with me. Diagnostic. Our objective for our BT3 is to be able to design a two-story diagnostic clinic with complete details of set of working drawings applying principles of building technology. Ano yung mga scope ng building technology? Okay. The methods and principles, techniques, and constructions. Saan natin makikita yon? Here in the following set of plans. Space requirements is on your Design 5 major plate. So ang requirements natin for building tech are structural plan. What are those? Structural specifications, foundation plan, wall footing, framing plans, schedules of beams, slabs, and columns and column footing detail, slab detail, and other details. If you have stair detail, which apparently it is in architectural, pero if you have stair detail, that would be better. Next would be electrical plan. That is also under BT, pero if the utilities strand, sino yung utilities nyo? Mark?
Si Sir Mark po.
Si Mark. May major plate na kayo?
Ay, sorry po, wait lang.
Meron na?
Meron na po. Meron ba sa beat? Ay,
Ibang design problem?
wait lang.
Same po.
Alam ko wala
Design
pa.
5 din po.
Okay.
Ay, okay. Electrical
Design
na nga pala.
5 din. Ito din yung gamit.
Electrical plan din po.
Okay, very good. Kasi heating, tatlong subject na, di ba? Tatlong subject na yung nagtutulong-tulong for your design. So, my focus for building tech is more of the structural. Pero itatackle din natin yung electrical plan. So, whatever Mark is requiring you for utilities, that would be also a requirement for BT. Okay? Also, plumbing and sanitary. Meron din ba kayo nito sa utilities?
Yes, sir. Last year po pa. Last year pa po. Pero not right now. Na puro
Okay.
focus namin electrical.
Okay. Ganito yung requirement, overall requirement sa final submission for Building Tech 3. Whatever is required on Design 5, like architectural, yung perspective, working drawings, plans, elevations, sections, details, whatever is being done on your Design 5 has to be submitted then on a compilation, because our goal for Building Tech 3 is to be able to produce a one set of working drawings. But the goal, my focus for submissions are here. Yung midterms natin will be coming from your structural plan, semis and finals. Half of this semifinals will be coming from electrical and plumbing, and then finals are coming from the complete set of working drawings that you are going to submit. Malinaw?
So, sir, sa finals po, just like a compilation na lang.
Yes,
Of
everything that has to be complied and compiled.
Okay po.
Lahat
Okay.
yun. Complete set. Everything may mga ano pa dyan eh. May mga... Kasi sa finals, ang idadagdag natin dito is an introduction to estimate. Bill of material preparation. Bill of materials like kontrata, which we are going to discuss right after this one. Contract documents preparation, the table of specifications and estimates will be on BT4 na yon next. Yung computation. For now, hindi ko pa naman kayo papagawa ng estimate, but an introductory idea of a contract documents. Okay. Question, Dieter, you're raising your hands?
Magkaiba po yung design requirements po pag more than 2-story yung yung
Okay. Yun. Thank you so much for raising the question. Napag-usapan namin ni Casey yun. Hold on. Nag-raise. Sige, sagutin ko muna. According to Casey, based on our meeting last time, kasi sabi niya max of 3-story daw. Sino sa inyo yung mga nakagawa ng maximum of 3-story sa Design 5? Wala pa naman. Okay.
Di pa sure.
Kristen. Okay. 3 floors na kayo. Ganito. Okay. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Need not to worry because ang requirement lang natin for BT5 is up to 2-story. Meaning, hindi nyo kailangang isubmit yung complete set na 3-story. Natakot si Kevin. Okay. You can turn on your microphone. That's your question ba?
Yes po, sir. Can you hear me po?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Okay.
Ano yun?
Same question lang po, sir.
Na 3-story.
Apo.
Need not to worry about if you are making your 3-story kasi sabi niya, ang clear. Okay, wag ko na basahin. Basta ang gist of our conversation is that for those who are making 3 stories up, meaning maximum 3-story, nasa sa inyo na yun. But on my end, since 2-story building construction system yung topic natin, up to 2-story lang tayo. Whatever naman the size of your columns for the structure is the same with kung halimbawa ang column mo for third floor is sabihin nating 0.3 by 0.4, parehas lang din naman yun sa ground floor. So it would be typical for the structural. What I need to somehow get an idea is kung paano nyo sinimulan from ground floor to second floor. Okay? Do we have other questions? Yes, Aliona.
Sir, will we submit like parang ganito ka detailed? Ay, wait, ang labo ng cam ko. Ay, wait lang.
Pindutin mo yung focus ng camera.
Hindi, sir, naka-ano kasi yung ko eh. Like, naka-change.
Laptop?
Naka-blur
Naka-laptop.
background ko. Like, ganyan po ba ka-detailed?
Yes. Yes, ganyan yung gagawin natin. That is the essence of Building Tech 5. Andyan yung mga materyales.
Okay.
Yeah. As much as I would like you to give the details about it, whatever we produce out of this online class. Kasi face-to-face time pre-pandemic, when I am teaching building tech, I have higher expectations with the detailings. Kasi andun yung essence ng BT5. Good thing that you have that book kasi it's a good reference, Aliona. I would also recommend that one if you have at least ebooks for that building construction file by Vicente Tagayun. That would be better. Pwede pasulit nung Vicente Tagayun book. Yung dalawa, yung blue and red. Thank you. Okay. I have here another, ganun din, Aliona, that is a good reference. For those students who have that one, it's a good reference. Maganda siya for bidding. Yan, okay. Also this one. This is also good kasi parehas din yung content. But this focus on the contract documents and estimating bill of materials by Vicente Tagayun din. Okay. So if you have that, it's a good reference. Kung wala, you can, I think, may available ebooks for that. Meron ba?
Meron, sir. Like, we have a site to download.
Yeah, you can look for sites that would help you in that one detailing. Our goal for BT5 is to be able to produce complete and detailed working drawings kasi wala na tayo dun sa architectural preparation. It's expedite na. Mapapadali na yung production nyo because you have your design 5. Okay. Ano pa? I medyo lower down a bit. I have lowered down a bit the expectations and the leniency on the submissions for since before talagang dapat gawin nating detailed yun. But for now, since online tayo, I will somehow lower down the expectations on the productions. But I will see to it in my end. I will be very definite on the things that I will be teaching you sa production of shop drawings and working drawings. Yun. Ganun lang din naman. Do we have any other questions on your major plate? Yes, Aliona.
Sir, I know you answered this na po, like, when we chat. Pero, like, pwede po bang i-digitalize yung, namin, yung plate namin? Kasi parang, whenever we, like, scan po kasi, like, medyo blurry talaga yung mga details niya. So, like, could we digitalize like that? Parang, i-scan po namin yung document, tapos, well, parang, digitalize, like, the whole thing po.
Mm-hmm.
Parang trace or like digitalize, but to digitalize the whole thing para mas clear yung niya, detailing. Pero with
What
like
do you mean
the line weights din po.
Like enhance, parang enhance in Photoshop,
Opo,
parang
ganun po. Parang since like some of us like have yung parang yung the tablet with like the stylus thing with like the board po. Parang pwede po bang i-dash namin tapos i-scan din i-digitalize na lang namin yung buong plate po. So parang with the line weight na po tapos with the detailing para mas clear po yung presentation.
Okay lang sa akin. But I would accept definitely recommended to do it manual drafting since may CAD na ba kayo? Wala pa naman.
Meron na po, sir.
Meron na.
Pero
Okay.
like mga basic lang naman.
Yeah, I am not requiring you to do it via CAD pa since it's not yet kung CAD 2 you're done na, okay. Pero since nasa technical drafting pa din tayo, I would assume and prefer manual drafting, but not limited to that. Kung may enhancement na gagawin via Photoshop, but it's your sketch, I will accept it. But I am not accepting plagiarized drawing. Say, for example, copied from the internet, Photoshop. No, that's a no-no for me. We would like you to do it on your own for your design since hindi pwedeng copy-paste tayo. Ayaw nating mag-graduate ng online. Ayaw nating mabansagan na nag-graduate tayo online. Kahit nasa online class tayo, the learnings are still important.
Okay po, sir.
Alright. Okay. So malinaw tayo. You can do a Photoshop enhancement for your own drawings. Definitely, own drawings. Originality is there. I am not accepting plagiarized output. Malinaw yun. Okay. Any other question before we proceed for the initial discussion of the working drawings? How do we identify working drawings? Yes, Dieter.
Sir, is it too late to ask na po for if we ask, parang ano, i-discuss yung ano, space programming, di pa kasi sa akin na
For what? Space programming for
design.
your design?
Yes. Late na ba yun? We're working on the working drawings na kasi, sir.
It's I believe that will be on your end. Kasi well, to be honest, I am not the design professor. Pero I can help you in terms of planning process, which apparently I've been doing. But what I would like to give emphasis on is that definitely it's not too late for you to somehow revise kung sakaling nasa planning process pa naman. Kasi yun yung essence ng planning process. It would also help you to give the best design solution kung may better ideas towards your working drawings. Okay lang din naman. Why did you ask the question?
Because for me, ako kasi, sir, I'm having a hard time na parang i-allocate yung mga spaces sa lab. Di ko alam kung gaano dapat kalaki yung yung ganitong spaces, yung consultation room, examination room, surgery room, laboratory.
Okay. I know this is recorded, but I would like to ask if are you having your design consultation with your design prof?
No.
Why?
Because she's so busy daw po. Like, we messaged her like a few days nga po, like 5 days in advance before like the submission. And she like replied 2 days after the submission. So like, I think she's very busy right now. So we don't really have
Who's your
time.
design prof? Ma'am Casey? Ma'am Sen?
Ma'am Casey.
Okay. May design 5 ba si Ma'am Sen?
Meron po, sir. Ibang klase naman.
May I know the students who are under Ma'am Sen?
Sila Kyle po, tsaka si Den and Joshua.
Okay. Julianne, can you turn on your microphone?
Yes po, sir.
Does Ma'am Sen having consultations then?
Later po, we will be having consultation with her po.
What do you mean consultation? Like the consultation na ganito, one-on-one, or general siya?
General po, sir.
Class yun.
Yes po.
Okay, what I mean about consultation is you are being separated in groups. Say, for example, you are 37. If I am the design professor, I would divide that into 10. 8 to 10 students. For a small group consultation, mas madali yung discussion nun. Okay, to aid you with that, I would offer my convenient time. Kasi ako busy naman ako, but I find time, especially my program, the time management for a day is like I allot my rest of the days for my private practice. I do site visits, office operations within the day, and then the private consultation for classes, I do it from 8 p.m. onwards. So for those who would like to consult for the space programming, I will be offering my limited time. Alam ko naman yan. Hindi naman ako, kulang naman din ang oras ko, baka sabihin nyo, ganun. Yan.
And
It's more of that one. Kasi importante for design development to do consultations. You cannot do it alone without any supervision. All right.
send links, sir. Send the link.
Okay. You can PM me if you would like to have it consultations. Okay. Do you have any clarification? Wala sa major plate. Regarding your question, Dieter, it would entail a small group consultation to do it.
Basta, sir, di pa naman siya late. Alam mo, di pa naman siya late. Kasi, I'm not sure kung, parang umabot pa ako ng 3
Nasa anong
story.
process ka na ba? I mean, anong stage na, like, elevations ka na ba or still on the floor plan?
Floor plan po.
Floor plan. Okay. I guess that would be somehow on your end kung aabot ka. Pero for sure kung there is something wrong, kung na-check siya ng consultation process by the design prof, it would somehow have recommendations. Merong question si JC. Sir, okay po ba ma-change si matrix diagram or improve? Well, the same answer with Dieter. I think it will matter on your design prof. But kung ma-change siya based sa recommendation, somehow pwede pang ma-change yung matrix diagram. Pwede, ma-improve. Okay, another. Sir, digitalize, you mean the use of AutoCAD? No. Digitalize, correct me, Aliona, the one that we've been talking about earlier, digitalize is that may enhancement on the Photoshop.
Yung parang ganito po, sir. Parang like kaganyan oh my God. Wait lang. Kulit ng background na lang to. Parang ganyan po. Like ganyan po yun. With like the line weights and stuff.
Yeah, okay lang. I get Aliona's concern about digitalize because she's using iPad on the Sketches tablet, right?
Yes.
On the drawing. Digitalize in a sense that there is an app that is being used for enhancement, but the idea, the technical drafting is still manual. Ganon, Matthew, kasi if we are going to use AutoCAD, that would defeat the purpose of the entire production of working drawings. Wala pa tayo doon. BT4, BT5, and higher design, you can use AutoCAD. But in Design 5, it's too early to use it na sa planning process. Sa working drawings.
So yung kinakad po, sir, yung final drawings pala po yung tawag nun, sir. Opo.
Sorry, ano po?
Final drawings po yung kinakad. Okay po. So nagkaroon pa ako ng confusion sa terminology. Since working drawings pala po is for planning phase pa din.
Yeah, the final submission is still manual drafting, hindi pa AutoCAD.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Wala tayong AutoCAD submission for BT3 submissions. Okay, no problem. Okay, any other questions? Okay. How much time do we have for BT3? Until what time tayo? Can you check?
Until 1 lang po.
Until 1, okay. Okay, ganito. We will be running down the idea of the working drawings for now kasi I don't want to somehow give leniency on the lecture. Sayang naman ng attendance natin kung hindi natin madidiscuss to. So, pasadahan natin yung chapter 3 because I would assume this is a little familiar to you, the design process and construction process. But for the sake of discussion, we will be discussing this. Ang topic natin is design and construction and as an integrated system, including the construction activities in the site, construction activities such as the documents. So for this week, before we proceed with the entire production of entire production of working drawings, the documents we will be discussing the site. So we have the location drawings, component drawings, assembly, sketches, and then the projections such as orthographic, isometric, and your perspective. So, for more detailed intro about our integrated system, the construction process, in planning of a facilities, it is important to recognize the close relationship between design and construction. Alam natin yon na it is essential. Para malinaw-linaw. It is essential for a construction, production of working drawings, and of course, building a particular, say for example, 2-story residence, that we know the relationship between the two, the design and construction. This process can be viewed as an integrated system. Alam natin yon. May mga architect that focuses on design alone. They have design firm. Meron din namang contractors na nasa construction lang. But we will be acknowledging, as far as the construction is concerned, we know that the two is working as one. That's why integrated siya. Broadly speaking, design is the process of creating the description of a new facility, usually represented by details such as plans and specification, while construction planning is a process of identifying activities and resources required to make the design a physical reality. Hence, construction is the implementation of a design envisioned by architects and engineers. Design and construction, numerous operational tasks must be performed, and variety of precedents and other relationships among different tasks. We have the following characteristics. Hold on. Okay. We have these characteristics that are unique to the planning of constructed facilities. Number one, we have nearly every facility is custom designed and constructed and often requires a long time to complete. Both the design and construction of a facility must satisfy the conditions peculiar to a specific site. Because each project is site specific, its execution is influenced by the natural, social, and other locational conditions, such as weather, labor supply, local building codes, and etc. Several life of facility is long. Anticipation of future requirements is inherently difficult because of technological complexity. Market demands, changes of design plans during construction are not common. Okay. Design and construction as an integrated system. Can I ask someone to read this? Christine Valencia, can you read this?
Yes po. Here po ining design construction.
Yes po.
In an integrated system, the planning for both design and construction can proceed almost simultaneously, examining various alternatives which are desirable from both viewpoints and thus eliminating the necessity of extensive revision under the guise of value engineering. Furthermore, the review of design with regards to their constructability can be carried out as the project progresses from planning to design. For example, if the sequence of assembly of a structure and the critical loading on the partially assembled structure during construction are carefully considered as a part of the overall structure design. The impacts of the design on construction, false work, and on assembly details can be anticipated. However, if the design professionals are expected to assume such responsibilities, they must be rewarded for sharing the risks as well as for undertaking these additional tasks. Similarly, when construction contractors are expected to take over the responsibilities of engineers, such as devising a very elaborative scheme to erect an unconventional structure, they too must be rewarded accordingly. As long as the owner does not assume the responsibility for revolving this risk reward dilemma, the concept of a truly integrated system for system for design and construction cannot be realized.
Thank you, Christine. So it is also interesting to note that European owners are generally more open to new technologies and to share risk with designers and contractors. In particular, they are more willing to accept responsibilities for the unforeseen subsurface conditions in geotechnical engineering. Consequently, the designers and contractors are also more willing to introduce new techniques in order to reduce the time, costs in construction. European practice owners typically present contractors with conceptual design, and contractors prepare detailed designs which are checked by the owner's engineers. Those detailed designs may be alternate designs, and specialty contractors may also prepare detailed alternate designs. Okay, for explanation, why did I highlight European contractors versus Asian contractors? Kasi number one, culture-wise, madami yung difference, 'di ba? Kahit Dubai nga, 'di ba, Aliona, in UAE ibang-iba yung approach versus here in the Philippines. Why did I emphasize it? Because currently we've been experiencing, alam natin na we are on the 21st century already, but the practice in the Philippines are still, I can say that nasa mabagal na pag-usad in terms of the idea of how do we practice professional differences. Naga nga alone. So ang daming adjustments pa. My point for saying is that in construction, as an integrated system, we definitely can work as one. Say, for example, if you are the architect designer alone, you are not a contractor, definitely you have to seek for technical expertise, such as starting from the site. Say, for example, you've been doing ocular inspection sa site, na find out natin na merong problem sa current condition ng soil. Kailangan mong expertise ng geotechnical engineer, geodetic engineer in terms of identifying the boundaries of your property, structural engineer for the structures, for the entire structural system. So those detailed design in terms of differences, say for example, ang owner sa Europe, or say for example, kahit Pilipinas nga, as much as possible makakatipid, titipirin eh. So they tend to limit the hiring of professionals in terms of asking for more help, which eventually somehow dapat ganun yung maging practice natin. That's for the idea of an integrated system in terms of collaboration with other professionals. We have here responsibility for shop drawings. Ano ba yung shop drawings? Matthew Reyes, kindly read example 3.1 in responsibility for shop drawings.
Yes po, sir. The willingness to... can you hear me po?
Yes.
Okay po. The willingness to assume responsibilities does not come easily from any party in the current litigious climate of the construction industry in the United States. On the other hand, if owner, architect, engineer, contractor, and other groups that represent parts of the industry do not jointly fix the responsibilities of various tasks to appropriate parties, the standards of practice will eventually be set by court decisions. In an attempt to provide a guide to the entire spectrum of participants in a construction project, the American Society of Civil Engineers issued a manual of professional practice entitled Quality in the Constructed Project in 1990. This manual is intended to help bring a turnaround of the fragmentation of activities in the design and construction process.
Okay, thank you. Up here until dyan lang. Okay, thank you, Matthew. So, what is a shop drawings? Sino may alam? Can you raise your hand? Dieter, what is a shop drawings?
Yan ata yun, sir. Detailed na drawing ng mga detail drawing ng mga structures. Sure.
Okay.
Basta detail drawings, sir.
Okay. Ayun, ang shop drawings are detailed drawings, supplementary drawings. Meaning, 'di ba, alam natin that we produce working drawings. Sa working drawings, ando na yung mga details, 'di ba? Lahat ng details na ipoprovide for a particular site given na sa plano. Saan pumapasok yung shop drawings? Okay, shop drawings are supplementary drawings needed in the site. Say for example, may ginawa kang two-story and then apparently your drawing is not sufficient enough for that particular design. Si engineer naghahanap pa ng more detailed. So what, as an architect, what you are going to do is provide that particular detail. Doon na papasok yung shop drawings kasi production of supplementary drawings, which is the shop drawings, are given to the site to aid more yung construction na hindi na-provide sa working drawings mo. Okay. That is the essence of the entire discussion of this one. Although this is supplementary to this one, yung discussion earlier, the responsibility of shop drawings is to give more visual explanation of your drawings. Okay, recommended shop drawings for the following, although we don't need to elaborate that one in particular because we know the essence of shop drawings, just for the sake of discussion. We are now going to the construction activities, particularly site. Okay, a building or construction site can be considered as a temporary factory employing the necessary resources to be successfully fulfill a contract. Okay, we have 4 M's in construction. Do you know the 4 M's? Before, ito yon. 4 M's in construction are money, manpower, materials, machine. Absence of one in particular doesn't somehow considered as a construction. 'Di ba? Kung may pera ka, may manpower ka, may materials ka na, you can construct pero kulang, hindi magagawa yung isang buong construction, hindi makukumpleto kung walang machine. Either that's power tools or bigger machines, simple hand tools nga, kung wala yon hindi magagawa eh, 'di ba? Halimbawa, makalot ka na sa site, you will be digging on the site for excavation. Kung wala kang shovel, pala, hindi magagawa yon. Okay. Either way, but any other absence like money, definitely hindi magsisimula yung construction kung walang money. Manpower, so same goes. These are the description. You can memorize this one. As for definition of the 4 M's. Okay, on a particular site, this is the explanation. Hold on. Ayun. Sa isang construction site, we have the manpower in the form of managerial and supervisory staff. Andito papasok yung mga dalawang bagay, architects, engineers, 2 types. We have on the supervisory, the managerial, we are here as architects and engineers, we fall under manpower supervisory. Manpower in the form of craftsmen, laborers, workers, andito siya sa site operatives. Materials, for temporary workers, provisions, access provisions, and security fall under material. Plant, such as the machine for simple handheld tools, and then even the bigger cranes, tower cranes, papasok din siya sa machine. Let's proceed with the documents. Ano yung mga documents na needed natin? Dito na papasok yung gagawin nating plano. The essence of architects being tapped in construction site is to be able to produce set of documents. What are those? We have here documents we are discussing is a complete working drawings, set of working drawings as architects and allied professionals being done. We are the ones preparing it. To further explain, we have this illustration. So I did this because last year merong kit provided the printed modules. So number one, we have architect's drawings, scaled plans, elevations, and the rest. We know what is that. Engineering drawings such as supplementary, yung mga structural, utility drawings being done and approved by engineers, andito siya papasok. After engineering drawings, we have schedules such as collation of similar standard items, colored and decor schemes like table of specifications, list of materials, papasok yan dyan. Bill of quantity such as yung estimates mo na, papasok yung ilang number of RSB, ilang number of semento, bag of cement ang gagamitin, papasok siya sa bill of quantities. Sunod, specifications. Specifications are more of documents, written documents na instructions. Yung halimbawa sa structural plan, kaya tayo may specification, general specification, kasi andun yung instruction. See, for example, nakasulat sa specification mo na the structural engineer is requiring us to use on construction site 32 mm, 20 mm RSB, 16, wala tayong gagamiting 10 mm, ganun. So more of, yun yung purpose of specification, instructions of the professionals. Contract documents, papasok naman dito yung, this is in a form of pro forma document, somehow conditions in terms of contract, meaning kontrata mo with the owner, kontrata mo with the subcontractor, kontrata with the owner in terms of ilang months ang gagawing construction. Kontrata in a way that kung halimbawa magka-problema sa site, sino yung dapat na liable? Sino yung responsible in terms of, say for example, magkaroon ng failure sa structural? Sino dapat ang magte-take responsibility of that? No. Okay. So next. These are, yeah, you know this one already, but for the sake of discussion, these are the drawings used in construction process. The site plans, location drawings. Sa location drawings, we have the site, the floor plan, elevation, and section. Kasi for the site, it is important na nasa, for the site, it is important to locate the location kasi andun yung our particular site kung saan natin i-build. Floor plans, alam natin naman yon that we used to identify set of parts for the building such as rooms, corridors, drawings, windows, suitable scale not less than 1:100. Okay. Ano ang difference ng floor plan sa schematic diagram? I just want to emphasize this. Baka there is a confusion. Bubble diagram, definitely bubble, not to scale. Schematic diagram is a schematic scaled, pero diagram pa din siya. If on your schematics, you are required to provide windows, doors, it's not schematics already. It's floor plan na. Floor plan na, rather. You are doing detailed floor planning if you provide windows, doors. Okay? Kung wala, if just basic lines but scaled, it's schematic diagram. That's for an elaborate discussion. I think I am I have the platform to discuss this one because we are doing working drawings. I don't want to give confusion that schematics has to be with openings. All right. Yun lang naman, commercial yun. Component drawings. Component drawings, ano yun? Used to identify and supply data for for the components to be supplied by the manufacturer or for components not completely covered by assembly drawings. Ano to? Say for example, component drawings na kailangan yung owner, yung client mo, nire-require niya na gamitin for your doors and windows, Kenneth and Mack. Do you know Kenneth and Mack? Kenneth and Mack is a high-end brand for aluminum doors and windows. You can search it. Ang ganda naman kasi talaga. Yung quality is there. Even the technologies being adopted like remote-controlled windows, the shading, andun na. Kenneth and Mack is the best brand. Assembly drawings. Used to show how items fit together. Say, for example, your particular door is a Kenneth and Mack door. Pero, meron ka pang ilalagay sa gilid. As an architect, you will be providing assembly on how you are going to fix the door to an adjacent window that is a different supplier. Parang ganun. Well, we know what is sketch. Kinakailangan ng sketch naman. Kung mapapansin nyo, may mga architect na pumupunta sa site, automatically they are sketching, sabihin natin sa wall. Kasi you are doing sketches para sa tao. It is important to the site pa din. Hindi lang sa papel. Okay? Ayun. What's this? Sketches. These are sample sketch for, halimbawa, yun. Sample sketch for a chimney pot. Just an example. We all know what is an orthographic projection. Orthographic means representation related to views of an object as they were in the same plane. Alam natin to. I think if you were able to do entrance examination face-to-face, meron bang ganito? Orthographic projection?
Yes po, sir.
Meron ganito. Unfortunately, for those who just take examination ngayon, I don't know kung meron pa. Yung mga first year natin. But it is important to do, alam natin, how an orthographic projection is being done. Maganda to. So, paano natin maia-apply ang orthographic projection sa architecture, sa working drawings? Definitely, whenever you do planning, that's plain. So, flat lang siya. The front elevation, the rear elevation, the side and left elevation, when you combine it, you are doing parts of the orthographic projections already. Okay. Isometric, alam natin kung paano ginagawa ang isometric, di ba? So, 30 degrees, the 30-60 triangle is very important in identifying isometric projections such as these. So, isometric is defined as the pictorial projection of a solid object. In the case of a house, isometric, so all horizontal lines are drawn at an angle of 30 degrees as the true scale. Meron din namang 45 pero awkward na yon. So, perspective. I know you know perspective, so I don't need to elaborate this one. But for the sake of discussion, we have perspective. This idea of perspective is defined as a means of representing three-dimensional view of a solid object. Okay. Disregard learning activity number 3.1 because we are directly proceeding with your major plate. No need for this. Week 4, andito na papasok yung proper discussion of working drawings. In the sense of architectural and structural working drawings, electrical working drawings, finishes, and the rest. But before we proceed that, ito na yung elaborate discussion of our major plate. Ano ang purpose ng architectural and structural drawings? Kyle Gapoy, can you read please?
Architectural and structural drawings. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Architectural drawings show the appearance of the building, floor plans, interior and exterior elevation, Instructions and any details required to provide the contractor with a clear image of how the completed project must look like. By working with a qualified architect, you can make sure the drawings are easy to understand and compliant with building codes. The structural drawings describe how the building is physically supported. At a glance, these drawings appear as similar to architectural drawings, since they display the same floor plans, elevation, sections, and details. However, the main difference is that structural drawings specify the construction elements needed to support the dead load of the building, plus the live load of its contents and occupants. Building must also have enough strength to withstand weather conditions like wind and extreme events such as tropical storms and seismic activity, which we usually experience, especially here in Bicol region. All structural designs are subject to local building codes, and there must be an exact match of shape and dimensions between architectural and structural drawings.
Okay, thank you, Kyle. So, ayun. The essence of we all know, even the professional practice, even at Prof Prac, we've been highlighting the role of architectural versus civil or structural engineer. Ganito kasi yon. The idea is, as architects, we are the one providing the detailed drawings, the floor plans, apart from aesthetics, ha? We've been commonly misinterpreted as architects are just doing aesthetics. Definitely not. We will be highlighting that in architectural, we've been doing considerations such as how do we make the drawings realistic in such a way that it can be built. So, by means of providing proper structural drawings with our design. Okay, how do we do it? These are parang mix and match proper design and proper structural solutions to your existing floor plan. However, the main difference is that structural drawings specify the construction elements needed to support, such as dead loads and other loads of the building. Doon naman sa ideyang yun, kailangan natin ang support ng structural engineers. Whether here on a particular portion ng yung building, recommended ba na ang dimension ng column mo is just thin as this? Pero structurally, kayang i-cater yung load for the slab, say for example. So, it is important to consider professional help of a structural engineer na ang building natin can be built kung gusto mong thinner, kung halimbawa ang gusto ng architect is manipis na column na hindi visible inside, there is a possibility of constructing that. Nagagawa nga sa ibang bansa, di ba? Sa Hadid structure is the epitome of, it's not architectural monstrosity, but an architectural milestone. Definitely with the idea of the mixture of the technologies, even a large span of spaces, like 12 or even more meters, kayang gawan ng structure na wala kang poste in between. Kasi kung gagawin mo sa Pilipinas yan, baka maging warehouse ang dating nun. Because of even not considering, no, I am not maligning the professional expertise. I'm just saying that professionals has to be working as one. Kasi we are the one, as an architect, we are the one planning the space. But they can build the structure in consideration with our planning process. That's my take. Okay. Ayan. Let's proceed. Baka saan paabutin yung discussion natin. Baka prof rock na to. Okay. Electrical drawings. Let's proceed to electrical drawings. Ana May Traballo. Kindly read, please.
Electrical drawings. These drawings describe the power system that delivers electricity to building appliances and equipment, and they are prepared by electrical engineers. First, electrical layouts indicate the location of visible elements such as power outlets, lighting fixtures, and switches. They also specify the writing and conduit for the circuits that deliver voltage to these elements, which are normally hidden in walls or above ceilings. In addition, electrical drawings provide a detailed description of the distribution boards from which circuits obtain power, including the capacities of circuit breakers and main feeders. Even combustion-based heating systems have electrical components like fans and pumps, and their power supplies are specified in electrical drawings. If the building uses heat pumps or resistance heaters, the electricity demand is associated with heating increases, and circuits must be sized accordingly.
Okay, thank you. So, in the case of electrical drawings, we all know kung ano yung content nun. Kasi 'di ba, we've been doing electricals already. So, electrical layout indicated for location visible elements such as power, power outlet, lighting outlet, power and auxiliary. Auxiliary outlets are also provided such as for telephones. In the case of our demands right now, internet connection is also an essential part of our home. Um, Before hindi siya na-anticipate kaya ang mga conduits nyo labas, di ba? Who can relate? I can relate with that. Yung mga conduits ng internet, roughing ends are visible kasi hindi siya allocated. Uh, Hold on. Okay. So, yun, ang conduits of the internet are not indicated on the plans that we've been encountering before. Sa mga bahay noon, hindi siya naka-anticipate. So, our role as the future contractors and architects, we have to anticipate that auxiliary is important now. Even baka in the next 10 years, may bagong demands na naman. So, what we can do is provide roughing ins to our houses, our plants. Let's proceed with plumbing and sanitary. Uh, Joy Huwit, bless you, Joy. Can you read, please?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes po.
Plumbing and sanitary drawings provide the layout for potable water and wastewater piping. These drawings also cover domestic hot water system, which typically use natural gas as a heat source. In addition, sir, can you please
Sorry.
whether the I can read po. Thank you.
Ayun. Can you see it na?
Yes po. In additional, they cover aspects such as vents and storm drains. The National Plumbing Code of the Philippines is the national standard to follow during the design process. And there are also city-specific regulation. Plumbers must study the corresponding drawings in the detail before proceeding with the installations. Since many plumbing elements are embedded in walls and floors, more difficult to modify the electrical and HVAC installations.
Okay, thank you, Joy. So, um, along with other scope of construction, plumbing and sanitary drawings accompanies a compliance with a national standard law. Sa case ng plumbing, we all know that we have National Plumbing Code. Electrical has Electrical Code of the Philippines. In the case of architectural, we have the Building Code. We have the Building Code. In terms of professional practice, we have the RA 9266. So in terms of professional practice. But for drawings, we have the National Building Code. From the start, sa setback, sa how do we design um, corner lot, so mga ganon. So sa case nito, sa case ng plumbing code, it is important to consider plumbing code kung ano yung thickness of the pipe that you are going to use for your water, potable water. Ano yung assigned color code for potable water versus sanitary pipe. Ano yung mga gagamitan? Di ba alam natin na ang sanitary pipe, orange pipe, orange yun. We also have polybutylene, the black pipe, pero ginagamit sa yung flexible hose for water. Pero ano yung nasa standard code? Yun mga conditions natin in designing plumbing. Okay. We also have HVAC system, meaning heating, ventilating, air conditioning installations. Kasali din yon sa plumbing. Okay? Such as what? Provision for your aircon, piping for aircon. Halimbawa, naka-split type ka sa bahay, ano yung plumbing system mo inside. Pero, iba din naman yung air conditioning system, like yung mismong connection of the air conditioning inside, such as heating, ventilating within your house. Paano ginagamit? Papasok na yon sa mechanical drawings. Under mechanical engineering aspect na din naman yon. So here, we have yan, sinasabi ko, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. Fire Pro is under mechanical drawings din. Supposedly, kung yung regarding sa major plate nyo, kung this is a hospital development, required na doon ng mechanical plans, pero I opted not to give you because yun na nga, wala pa nga yung ibang plans, umaangal na tayo eh. So, just for the sake of discussion, I don't want to give, pero importante sana to kung magde-design na kayo ng mga institutional hospital. Sa case ng BT3, hindi pa naman kasi required kasi on our syllabus, this has to be 2-story lang. In-adjust natin for the sake of your case. Alright. So, ito na. Additional documentation such as shop drawings and as-built. Ano yung description? Ano yung difference ng dalawa? Let's call yung mga Raymond. I want to hear Raymond's voice today. Raymond.
Yes po, sir.
What is the difference between shop drawings and as-built drawings? Read shop drawings.
Shop drawings describe work that is performed away from the construction site, and they are normally prepared by subcontractors. Shop drawings must be highly detailed with a large enough scale to indicate all relevant features. These drawings must be approved by the project architect before the corresponding work is fabricated.
Thank you, Raymond. So, ayun, as I have been mentioning about shop drawings, just for the sake of definition, it describes that is performed away from the construction site. They are normally prepared by subcontractors. Shop drawings must be highly detailed with large enough scale to indicate all relevant features. These drawings must be approved by the project architect before corresponding works is fabricated. Okay, in the case of architects providing another details, that is also called shop drawings. But if you ask for subcontractors to do it, that is also shop drawings. Ano naman ang as-built drawings? Angelica Buena, kindly read please. What is as-built drawing?
As-built drawings indicate exactly how all building systems are installed after project completion. Many components can be installed in slightly different positions without affecting performance, and contractors make minor changes for ease of installation or convenience. However, these changes must be indicated in as-built drawings and submitted to the architect. The following are some examples of the components that tolerate minor changes in their location: underground piping, conduit, junction boxes and conductors, cleanouts, overhead valves. As-built drawings provide the reference for maintenance and alterations. These drawings are important for all building systems, but especially for electrical, plumbing, and HVAC installation.
Okay, thank you so much, Angelica. So, yun, ano ba ang as-built drawings? I don't know if you happen to came across with the idea of as-built drawings, but the essence of as-built drawings is that, sabihin natin, isa-isahin natin, sa aspect ng architect, how do we do as-built? Halimbawa, you are the architect tapped for a renovation project. Sabihin natin, two-story renovation. Even ground floor lang, sabihin natin, sa bahay ng may existing na bahay for renovation. What you are going to do is measure the entire room from walls, from existing doors, opening dimension of a window, kung asaan location ng stairs, asaan yung location ng rooms. Ginagawa natin yon to be able to establish yung set foot of our design. Halimbawa, nakuha natin na nakagawa tayo ng floor plan existing. Doon na tayo magsisimula for a new renovation project. Ano magiging renovation for this one? Sa aspect naman ng utilities such as electrical, mechanical, plumbing, even the HVAC system is also being documented as built kasi importante yun. Halimbawa, sa case ng architect, nag-design siya na sa kitchen andito yung microwave. Pero apparently on the site, meron kang panel board. Definitely i-adjust mo yon. Kaibahan nun sa bagong construction is that sa bagong construction, freely you can locate wherever you want. But on the as-built, consider the existing. Laging ganon yung aspect of as-built drawings. Construction specifications and working drawings. Lemuel, kindly read, please. Lemuel? Andiyan ba si Lemuel? Baka kumakain. Leonard, kindly read, please.
Construction specifications and working drawings. The principal materials upon which are based the calculations of the bill of materials are the working drawings of the project and its construction specifications. The working drawings are sometimes called construction plans, are the graphical presentation on paper that enables the reader to visualize and understand how the building would be constructed and how it functions. They contain the necessary details and information to enable one to know the exact picture of the elements, measurements, and how the various structural parts are to be put together to form the whole structure. The specifications are written stipulations stating, among others, the construction methods to be followed, standards of workmanship, and the kinds and quality of materials to be used.
Okay.
The following...
Dyan lang. Hanggang lang. Thank you, Leonard. So, ayun. Yeah, I've been highlighting ever since BT that working drawings is important in our role as an architect because andito yung parang ito yung summary of your output. Andito yung maa-adapt mo yung pagiging professional mo. So here, andito lahat ng drawings like the floor plans, elevations, perspective, and all. This is a written, visualized output of an architect. How can you prove that you are credible? By means of working drawings. Kaya hindi siya basta-basta binabaliwala. After all, you are being paid not only for the service, not only for your professionalism, but also for the outputs that you are providing. Other way around, ang interpretation sa atin as architects, binabayaran tayo because of our outputs. So, maling thinking yon. Hindi lang ganun. We are being paid because of our professional expertise. We have to highlight that. Another one. The following standard drawings in the construction plans or working drawings are the following. We all know the exterior perspective, SDP, vicinity map or location plan has to be included on the first page of the drawings. Floor plans, we know that. Elevations, transverse sections, longitudinal sections, foundation, detailed of columns, footings, and so on and so forth for the structural plan. Floor framing, details of beams, girders, and reinforced concrete slab. Roof framing, rafter, trusses. For plumbing, we have the plumbing plan, diagrams, detailed of septic tank, catch basins, etc. For electrical, we have the diagram, computations. For mechanical, we have the HVAC system diagrams. We have the, halimbawa, kung meron kang ducting system sa loob, kung commercial yung ginagawa mo, you have to provide ducting system. Above all, included, hina-highlight ko to, included pa din dyan yung specifications sa lahat. Architectural, electrical, structural, plumbing and sanitary, lahat merong specifications yun. Sa case ng structural, ng architectural rather, we are providing a separate sheet of, parang nasa compilation of a legal or A4 size of specifications. Listed above are the minimum requirements, minimum required. However, to facilitate the preparation of most near accurate and complete list of quantity of materials, we have the following inclusions. Schedule of doors and windows, stair detail, handrails, cabinets, carpentries, and interior design such as kung anong particular material yung gagamitin mo. Although, these are supplementary because, say for example, for interior design, if the owner, your client opted to do or to ask for the professional help ng ID, interior designer, definitely she can or he can ask for professional help pa din. For our perspective drawings, we have perspective, location, or vicinity map, and SDP. Ito yung nasa first sheet. Alam natin yon, di ba? You've been doing floor plans already. Alam natin that is sheet number 1 in architectural. Okay. Here is an example of a perspective drawing. Alam ko marunong na din naman kayo. Just to achieve how it looks, this is a sample perspective of a 2-story house. For SDP, for disclaimer, this is not to brag but for an elaborate discussion. Baka ma-misinterpret nyo ako. Okay. For SDP, how do we identify SDP? Alam natin, I'm giving an example of an SDP, sample SDP of a bungalow. So, andun yung existing road. We have to identify the lot description sa SDP. Andun dapat yon. Ano yung mga nakalagay dyan? Roof plan of a building is not a standard requirement in the working drawings because it can be interpreted for roof framing plan. However, some designers include it in the SDP or as a separate detail. Sa case ng SDP, commonly misinterpreted is that ang SDP dapat may incorporation na ng pag naka-slab, dapat slab din yon. However, may mga cases na yung ground floor plan nilalagay sa site pero ang label SDP. That's wrong. Kasi if you do it, that's ground floor plan on SDP. Iba yon. Okay? Kasi incorporated yon. Pag SDP, what we are going to see and evaluate is, of course, asan yung property line, asan yung roofing, asan yung eaves, asan yung lot line rather. Asan yung entrance, parang ganon. More of that. Okay, floor plans, alam nyo na to. Number of doors, ayun. For a detailed drawings, we have to take note that in detailing floor plans, we have to include all. Ano yon? Schedule of windows, nandun na siya. Schedule of doors, andun na siya. The number of steps on your stairs has to be included. Dimensioning, not to mention dimensions, the dimensions sa firewall, all of the spaces provided. Andun yung dimensions. Asan yung firewall has to be labeled. Main entrance, here, road right of way, papasok. Kasi ang nangyayari for architectural, normally we do is, we label lang. Kasi madali na yung submission, provide lang ng dimension and all. Sa building tech, what we are checking is the completeness. Ganito yung gagawin natin. Okay, so we have to include the schedule of your columns from ginagawa natin dyan, upper part, ABC, hanggang kung ilang number of columns. And then pababa, we have ABC 1, 2, 3. Sa vertical, halimbawa nagsimula tayo at one end. Can you see my cursor?
Okay. It's very small po.
Okay, simulan natin. Zoom ko lang ng konti.
Okay.
Halimbawa, nagsimula tayo at this end, which is normally nagsisimula sa upper left part of your structure. Kung saan ka nag-drawing, upper left part of your structure, yun yung magiging reference point natin. Halimbawa, ito kasi yung column na yan is fence. Simulan natin sa structure. Dito is schedule A for the horizontal. Yan yung A reference of your column. Pero ano naman tong 1, 2, 3? Alignment of the columns and beams are very important. So, nagsimula sa A, B, C, papunta kung ilang number of columns, and then pababa naman is 1, 2, 3, kung ilan naman yon. Ang common misinterpretation is that may mga gumagawa na dito yung A, pero yung number 1 mo is nandito sa pinakababa. I don't want to say that's wrong, pero the recommendation is that it has to start from one point. So mas madaling basahin that ABC 1, 2, 3 starts with 1 point. Sa case nito, you have started at here sa upper left, 1, 2, 3, ABC, parang ganon. Okay? Ano yung importansya niyan? Pag gumagawa na tayo ng sections, importante that located na yung location ng iyong column. Halimbawa, architect, sa site na to halimbawa, ang condition ng site is nagka-problema. Architect, may mali sa design ng column mo sa particularly 2B. So, hahanapin mo yon. So, 2B is here yon. Ano ang mali sa kanya? Mali kasi halimbawa sabihin natin may load ka ng stairs and then meron ka pang transverse beam papunta doon. We have to reinforce this, architect. Gawin natin medyo bigger, parang ganon. So, the point of discussing that is we have to identify the code and in the location ng mismong alignment natin for the columns and beams. Yun yung purpose nun. Okay. Ano to? This is also an example of a detailed plan. Ayun. Sa case niya, ginawa niya ng arrow-arrow para, I don't know, that's her choice siguro. That's Vicente Tagayon's choice of doing that. Yes, Aliona.
Sir, question po. Ano ano yun sa ABC something po sa taas? Ano po yung may comma?
Okay. May comma. So, sa case kasi na to, we have here na-provide ba? Okay. Nangyayari to pag halimbawa sa isang alignment, may schedule ka ng B pero nagdagdag ka ng ng additional column. Pero nasa within the same B pa din yun. Walang ibang kasama. You can provide that as B1. Sa case kasi na to, may second floor to pero hindi reflected. Sa case na to, we have opted to do it B for second floor kasi andun yung main reinforcement niya. And then eventually, nag-move because sa case ng ground floor, merong B-1, B comma. Pero din B1 or B2, pwedeng gawing ganon. Okay. Sabihin natin ito. So, C, di ba? Para sa B. Kasi ang Bing ito ay nasa second floor. Sa case na to, C is on the ground floor. Ang main alignment is letter C, yung walang apostrophe. Ito yung main alignment. Madali itong explain sa CAD, but since it's in drawing, andito siya. The main alignment is C. Pero if you can see, letter C ka apostrophe, meron siyang another column na hindi naka-align sa C, main C. You can provide additional column pero within one alignment, hindi siya nasa one beam. Additional siya. But on the alignment for 2, 3, and 4, it's the same. Gets nyo? Additional C within, not on the alignment of C, letter C, but it's on the provision. Parang pag igwa kitang idea of a planted column, it is somehow an additional beam. Mahirap siyang i-visualize. Supposedly, sa mga ganitong cases, i-drawing siya eh. But later on, once we do drawings na, I can visualize it. I can share screen for your CAD.
Okay,
Currently, I'm not holding one. So, we will be doing that later on. Okay. Elevations. I know you know elevations already. Front, rear, right side, left side, ginagawa natin yon. Sa Western practice, Europe, American practice, ginagawa nila, di ba, if you encounter hindi right and left, ano yung madalas na i-imagine natin? Nakikita natin? Front, anong ba yung mga label na minsan hindi rear eh. Ano ba yung mga common natin? Basta may ibang tawag sa labeling nito. In the Asian culture, we've been practicing front, rear, right, and left. Ayun. These are example. Ayun. Sa case ng elevation, we have to project the ground floor projection versus second floor projection. Andun pa din yun. Sections, I know you know what is section, what I'm talking about section, such as longitudinal, meron din cross, transverse rather. Transverse beam or cross section. Parehas lang yon, this one. But we are fond of using cross. The politically correct term is transverse section rather. Pero cross is being accepted. Okay, important factors in identifying section is the following. Height of different floor levels, interior structures, contour or building site, ganon. We have to include kasi good kung plain field or plain site siya. Pero kung contour siya, or if you have your elevated or slope map, we have to include the contour of the site. Ano pa ba? Ceiling Ceiling lines and floor sections are included. All right. So, ayun. To summarize, I want you to read this one. Sino bang medyo may energy pa? Si Marisa. Hi, Marisa. Do you still have energy? Can you read, please?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me po?
Yes.
Yan pa lahat.
Okay lang naman.
Sige po, sir.
Okay.
Anyone who works in the construction industry is intimately familiar with different types of construction drawings, but can you define the different between them? The term construction drawings refers to the collection of final pre-construction drawings that represents the building as a whole. They are the pictorial record of the official design for the building, and, and generally include detailed depictions of every element of the finished building, including the foundation, floor, walls, elevations, interior details, and elevations, cabinetry, MEP design, structural details, and ceiling plans. Construction drawings are produced by the design team and go through several drafts during the design phase before the final draft because part of the contract which is then sent out to be bid on by contractors. The winning contractor is bound by all the contract documentation including the construction drawings. Different types of drawings is used in construction such as architectural drawings, structural, electrical, plumbing, and finishing drawings. These drawings provide layout plans and details for construction in every part of the building. Drawings play an important role in the construction field to convey the ideologies and perspective of the designer, the layman at site. The drawings may be used to indicate the overall appearance inside or outside the structure, or they may be used to indicate precise measurements and other details for construction.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marisa. So, ayun. Well, we have discussed the entire summary as per Marisa's reading. The entire summary is we are highlighting the importance of construction drawings in relation to our site and the role as an architect, along with the importance of highlighting then the role of different allied professionals such as all engineers linked in construction. So, yun, the idea of having this discussion is para bago tayo magsimula with our working drawings, we already know, alam nyo na, but just to have an idea of the role of what we are doing. Ano yung ginagawa, para saan yung ginagawa nating working drawings, to have at least proper guidance in terms of what we've been doing in particular. Okay. The following sheets on your end are examples of working drawings of a two-story residence. If you would like to validate, if you are trying to look for references, I have there on your uploaded module. Hold on. On your uploaded module, there is a reference. I think I was able to provide. Ayan. Hold on. Ayun. These are examples of provisions for your ongoing working drawings to be done. So meron diyang references I have provided. It's the reason kung bakit ganyan yan kasi chop-chop pa yun. Well, disclaimer, that is previous projects done on my previous firm, but you can do it as a reference need not necessarily the same, but the idea is parang ganun yung magiging visualizations nyo. Parang tagpi kasi yan eh, kaya kinat-cut natin. Ayun. Those are detailed working drawings, general notes, and the rest. Ayun. Yun lang. Hanggang electrical, andun yung reference niya. Even plumbing and sanitary. Okay? Do we have any question? Yes, Kevin? Ano ba, Matthew
Sir,
or Kevin?
Matthew na lang po, sir.
Okay.
Ano po kayo, sir? Every year po, tinatanong po namin to, sir. Kasi po, preference po kasi ng professor. Ano po, sir, po ang gagamitin po namin po sa plates mo po? Ground floor plan po or first floor plan po?
Okay. Na-encounter nyo in what aspect?
Lahat po, sir. Kasi po, sir, minsan baga po, ang sinasabi po nila, after ng ground floor plan is first floor plan.
Okay.
Tapos po yung nakita ko po, sir, sa example mo po, ground floor plan and then nag-second floor plan ka na po. So ano po, sir, ang making basis po namin?
Okay. May I know who is the architect na tinanungan nyo niyan?
Last year po, sir, yung design prof po namin, si Ma'am Janine po, si Ma'am JL, sir.
Anong sabi ni Ma'am JL?
Ang sabi niya po, sir, preference niya lang daw po kasi, hindi naman daw po kasi standard. Sabi niya po, mas prefer niya po na gamitin ang first floor plan. Because po, sir, ang justification diyan po, sir, usually po baga, sir, ang mga bahay po is elevated. 0.6 meters po ang minimum. And pag ground floor po kasi, sir, ang sinabi daw po, parang ang nangyari, yung finished floor line kasing level ng ground. Kaya parang hindi niya raw po preferred yung term na ground floor plan.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't want to say Janine is wrong, pero it's her application style. But for the sake of an appropriate discussion, I think it would be beneficial if you know the difference between the two. First floor kasi, ground floor and first floor, ang difference niyan is number one, cultural usage. First floor is being used in Western culture instead of ground floor. Right? Say for example, may basement sila. Right after basement, they have first floor plan. Okay? Sa case ng Asian practice, I don't know. As far as I can remember, Asian architects, lalo sa Pilipinas, we've been using ground floor plan as the main reference. Kaya nagulat ako, Janine is using first floor. Well, it's her choice naman. Kasi kung halimbawa talaga ang design mo man may ground floor and then may first floor split level, you can use first floor. Pero the normal practice, when I say normal, most of the architects that has been doing is right after ground floor, second floor. Kung meron kang underground, you've been doing basement floor plan. Kung meron ka namang mezzanine, you will be marking that as mezzanine floor plan. Mezzanine plan rather. So yun lang.
Ano po, sir, i-clarify ko lang, sir, kasi po, hindi ko na po sure kung yun po talaga yung ginagamit ni Ma'am, sir. Pero po, yun po yung sinabi po sa amin.
Okay lang, friend ko naman yun, huwag kang mag-alala. Okay lang. Safe space, don't worry.
Thank you, sir.
Oo, no problem. Just to have a clear, elaborate discussion, labeling in terms of ground versus first floor, it's more of the cultural usage. Western, I think they are fond of you doing that as first floor. Kaya kung makakakita ka ng reference na foreign references, you can see first floor plan instead of ground floor. For practice in the Philippines, it's either definitely sa tropical countries kasi elevated, di ba? Part of tropical architectural design solution is here in the Philippines, lalo sa mga binabahang area, it is definitely elevated, pero the label is still ground floor plan. Pag nag-basement ka, that's the time that you do basement floor plan. Pag nag-mezzanine ka naman, that's mezzanine plan. Okay.
Sir, how about sa ano, sa like sa columns po? Like how do you decide like where to put like the columns or where to put mga
Okay.
Because like, I'm very confused in that aspect.
Okay. Sa columns naman, I think number one preference mo as an architect, how you are going to identify locations of your columns. Pero you have to take note na along with designing where to put columns, you have to make sure na achievable siya. Meaning, say for example, ang span of RSB, yung reinforcing bar natin is 6 meters. Commercial length of your bakal is 6 meters. So, ang consideration in identifying that is kung halimbawa ba magdi-design ako ng column to column na ang span is 5 meters, kaya ba? Yes or no? With the 6 meters, definitely kaya siya. Pero kung halimbawa, ang dimension ko ngaya is from one column to the next column is sabihin natin 8 meters, would it be achievable? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No.
Pero ano na, parang i-order mo na yung i-order mo na yung new, parang new complicated na RSP.
Okay. Conventional construction, hindi. But lately with the advancement of technology, meron ng mga prefabricated RSB na ibig sabihin longer than the usual, may 7.5, may 8. So kaya na yung span na 8 meters. Pero it would entail a more alternative and then detailed production of working drawings. Sa isang bahay, sa 2-story, it is safe to say that within a 6-meter span of a column to column, kayang-kaya pa yan. Without any additional column in between, ha? Kasi magiging modular, parang ang dami mo ng column. No? So, one column to the next 5-meter span is okay. That is achievable. Kaya pang gawin. Sir, another question is, dapat ba pare-parehas yung distances of the columns? Well, case-to-case basis naman yun. Kasi halimbawa, sa case mo, for the next space, meron kang unobstructed space. Walang partition. So, pwedeng mag-adjust yun na hindi lang laging 5 meters ang span. Pwede namang mag-adjust yun. Depende sa design mo. Okay. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Any other question?